So where are we headed to?
We're headed to the studio. Studio is a place where I feel very comfortable to just express myself, let all the feelings go.
What's up? Walk us through what a typical day in the studio looks like for you. Like, what are you doing that people don't really see when you go to record a single or your album?
Yo, when I come in the studio, I either sit at this couch,
Okay.
or I'll sit on that couch, whatever. The beat will be playing. Like, I'll just sit, for example. The beat will be playing. I'll just be typing on my phone, right? Writing rhymes, getting ideas out. Frizzy's always sitting here at the computer. Okay. He's always on. I forget the name of the program he uses.
You're on Ableton.
Ableton. You know what I'm saying? He's always on Ableton getting it cracking, you know? Or he'll go through the samples, and we're not going to tell you guys.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And sometimes I'll sit there, as I said, I'll be on my phone just writing rhymes or writing ideas. Like, I'll write down ideas, I'll write down like a couple sentences, and then like sometimes I'll think of like words to say or whatever the case is. Yeah, man, this is the mic. This is where I spit, you know, the hot fire flame. You know, you don't know. The beat of my headphones. Yeah. Check it out now. Check it out now. For all the believers turn achievers. Yeah. You can't mess with the vibe. You can't mess with the tribe. When I was at my lowest point, music kept me alive. My mom don't want me to end up like the rest of them guys. Some of my homies did time, some were sent to the sky. Sometimes I'll look at that screen because like there's a bunch of random stuff that come on the screen, and it just looks cool. And sometimes, you know, it when I feel too like overstimulated, I guess, when I'm writing like rhymes, or if I'm not coming up with anything, I'll just look at the screen. I'll just look at whatever he has around the room as motivation, and yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Like, simple.
We're here basically to talk about your latest EP that released on Friday, titled Garveyism. Tell people a little bit about it.
Yo, Garveyism is just really it's just like, I just wanted to put together like the best 3 songs I could put together, because I've been working on a lot of music lately, you know? And like, Remember Me is like motivational music, and you know, Married to Joanna is just kind of like a song, like it's like a love song about my me personifying like marijuana, you know? And Make It Flip was a great song I did with Gritfall. You know, it's like some real like hip hop stuff. You know, like I said, I was just trying to pick some of the best songs I can use to put out, just for the people to just hear and to listen to, man. You know.
What inspired the title?
Marcus Garvey. My name is Yongegarvey, so I have a lot of influence from Marcus Garvey. Not in the music, but he's someone who inspired me, like, as a black leader. Not to say that I'm gonna be like, you know, a black leader like him, but he's just somebody I keep in the back of my mind, because like he was very confident, and he was very he stood on what he believed in, and I want to stand on like what I believe in musically. So I just kind of like, sometimes I'll say like I keep the Garvey, like anything related to Garvey I like to add like to my music, because, you know, as I said, I named myself after him, so I just want to keep like kind of like his essence, like his spirit, like around in my music.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how long did it take to create?
Well, the EP, I just put together the songs quick, but like, for me to record those songs and all the other songs that I have, like for me to pick which ones I want to use, yo, me and Frizzy been recording this stuff for over a year. Mm-hmm. Like maybe a year and 6 months or something. I don't even know.
And what can listeners expect from this project?
They can expect some real hip hop music. They can expect like some real soulful music, you know. Like the style of music I like to make is kind of just like reminiscent of like old Kanye, you know, 04, 05 Kanye. I love Tupac, you know, oh, you know that. Tupac is one of my biggest inspirations. So the song Remember Me on the hook, I kind of like use Tupac's like voice and kind of his essence, because that's another person I want to keep his essence like in my music, you know.
Each song seems to have a deeper meaning. What themes does the EP explore?
It explores just like a lot of like about love. It explores like motivation, like motivational music. I have lines that motivate people. It also just explores just like the essence of like hip hop and hip hop culture, you know. Yeah.
And let's talk about Married to Joanna. So there's like a double entendre here. You're actually not talking about a person named Joanna, are you?
No, I'm talking about marijuana because it's a play on words. Married to Joanna.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
I want to cite where I got that from. If that's cool with you. There's actually a song from a group called Helta Skelta. It's called Therapy, and there's a line that he says, "I'm only married to Joanna."
Cause you're acting funny, like when blacks get money.
For me, Jazz only married to Joanna. Man, you ain't helping, you getting me heated like a sauna.
So I took that from that line from that song. You know what I mean? That was one of my favorite songs from Helta Skelta, and I also like obviously had like I was an avid weed smoker, so like I made a song about that just to show my love kind of for it, and I wanted to personify it just to entertain the listener as well.
Okay. And it seems like that song, as you mentioned, is kind of talking about like a toxic relationship with weed. Where are you now in terms of that journey? Because it sounds like at the time you were probably in a space where it sounded like you weren't talking about it in a bad way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was talking about it like I liked it.
Yeah.
Like I loved it. Like it was something that I needed. You understand? But where I am right now, like she's not there anymore. Like she's gone.
So I feel like that song kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, helped you with your journey today, if that makes sense. Like it's deeper than just the song.
A couple songs have.
Yeah.
A couple songs that I wrote have. That was a really great song because like, you know, I had like on and off like smoking weed and listening to that song. It sounds different, you know, when you're under the influence and when you're sober. But like it's still a great song. But as of now, like her and I are no longer anything.
Hey Joe, and when you say her, you're talking about Joanna.
Joanna, exactly. Her and I are no longer anything.
And so the opening track, Make It Flip, features Gritfall, who also appeared on the show. You two have great chemistry on the track. Tell me about the making of that song and how it came together.
I'll tell you what I remember, I'll be honest, because yeah, it's hard to remember everything, but what I will say is me and Gritfall sat down. He was on this couch, I was on that couch, and we were just chilling, man. You know, Frizzy, he just plays beats. He just play beats, and then we'll be, oh, that's the one. You know,
so that's how it happened. Frizzy playing a beat, you heard it, you're like, that's the one.
I think
we actually made that one on the spot.
Oh.
You see what I mean? Like I don't even remember making it on the spot.
Oh, so like he wrote it on the spot?
Like you produced it on the spot, right?
We went through samples.
Oh.
I didn't even remember that, dog.
T and Grit liked, and yeah, just chopped up some drums.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that, you see, that's what happens sometimes. We're in the studio. Frizzy will play around with samples, and I'll tell him that I like that sample. Then he'll add the drums. Then he'll add any type of mixing or whatever, and complete the beat. I'll be writing while he's doing all that, or sometimes I have something that's already written. So let's say like I have something that's already written. As soon as he crafts the beat, I'm just in the studio. I'm just on the
Was that
booth.
one already written before, or did you do it in this like?
I had a couple lines I wrote before. Like the opening, my first line in that song was something I wrote in high school.
Oh wow!
I recorded it
Wow.
to a beat like a very long time ago. The part I'm like when I rhyme on instrumentals, it becomes detrimental to your mental state of mind. The way I'm slaying rhymes. I wrote that in high school. But the rest of the verse, obviously, I crafted when I was there.
How do you remember something you wrote in high school?
Like, I recorded the song. It's somewhere on YouTube.
Oh, I see.
It's somewhere on YouTube. Like, Yeah, right. It was something. It's somewhere on YouTube, but since it was like 10, 11 years ago, I'm like, why not just use it again? Because ain't like anybody even heard that song. Right
Yeah.
now, right?
Okay.
Frizzy had to make it flip. TMG gon' make it flip. We fall on the street.
When I rhyme on instrumentals, it becomes detrimental to your mental state of mind. The way I'm slinging rhymes, even if you had the age of consent, you still couldn't touch these 16s. Everything I spit mean, I'm sharper than a guillotine. Off with his head, whether written or rehearsed or off top of the head, they're still dropping their dead. Cause I be killing shit, moving so diligent. Mind state is militant, cause I'm ready for war.
So what's it like working with producer Frizzy Astro?
It's amazing, man. I like for him to tell you, to be honest.
All right.
Floor is yours, buddy.
What's it like working with me? It's great working with me.
Okay.
Excellent.
No, but working with T is amazing, and yeah, the music's been great.
Yeah.
I enjoy working with him because there's you read a lot of personal stuff inside of your songs.
Friends, they come and go. Some pretended ended up running private investigations. Wrestle with my demons and them fools have dedication. Mistake after mistake made, so here's a revelation. Constantly dodging my brother, but he knows I love him. Burns me to the core how I could be so fucking selfish. Wish he could walk again, really wish I could help him.
It takes a lot of courage for an artist to put all that stuff. You got songs about your brother, your uncle, a lot of family, friends. And I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that too, man. Appreciate you.
And how long have you known TMG, and what role do you play in his music career?
Shit. I was going through my feed the other day, and I saw a highlight of when you dropped Gump, which was filmed by Keekz.
Kinda dumb, need brain, never scarecrow. Kinda numb, need pain to make your hair grow. I need some more sticky green to make the air flow. Forgive him for the LZ face, wasn't aware, bro. Mask emotions, affection is a sickness. Dark as the pigment, it keeps the rest acting timid.
And yeah, that was like, what was that, 5 years ago?
About 4 now when you shot the video. But it's almost 5 years from when we recorded it. It was July of 2020.
So you met Frizzy around the same time as me.
I met him. The first time I ever met Frizzy was I think like 2019. It was like September or October.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, it was
that's
at
a long time ago.
a mutual friend's house near Square One. Excuse me, at the time.
Okay. And was it like developing Garveyism with him? Like, it's an incredible EP. You are the music producer behind the EP. Tell us about what it was like developing that whole project.
Well, I feel like in my mind, with an artist, it's always very important, especially with an album. You want to like craft a sound.
Yeah.
You want people to be making like type beats for that artist after that album drops, you know?
Okay.
So for this album, I heavily focused on kind of like that Kanye West gospel soul sample vibe with a lot of like
I can hear it. Yeah.
fast drum breaks. With kind of like a mixture of that soul and that grimy hip hop kind of vibe. You know?
I definitely hear it in the EP. You don't have to answer this, but what's your favorite track on the EP if you have it?
My favorite track, honestly, I've worked on the songs so much that like I get them all mixed up. I'd probably have to see the track list.
Right. So you have...
Remember Me is the first track. Mirror to Juana is the second track, and the third track is Make It Flip featuring Gritfall.
Oh, say I'm thinking about the whole project.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because this is only the demo. It's only 3 songs from the whole creation itself.
Right.
From this album, definitely, it's hard. I like Remember Me. I like the vibe of Remember Me, the production. But Make It Flip was also, it was the last song that we made on the album.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah, it just worked out so well. And like I said, we made everything on the spot. I know what Gritfall fucks with, the kind of samples he fucks with, so I just played some shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was quick and easy, and it's a vibe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I did want to mention, because I know you touched on the demo tape being a small piece of a larger project that has not been released yet.
Yeah, I don't know if I spoiled anything.
But can you guys share whatever you feel comfortable sharing without giving people too much about what this larger project is and how it connects back to the Garveyism demo tape?
Yeah, so basically we started working on the album Garveyism, and I guess this is just kind of this was T's idea to drop the demo tape, and it's just a
Wait. So
small
the
taste.
album's also called Garveyism, and this is
Yes.
just a small
Yes.
part of it.
Well, you know what? What I will say is, in the beginning, it was called Garveyism.
Yes.
Like, originally, the album, I am going to release an album,
Okay.
without a doubt. In the beginning, it was called Garveyism. But then I changed the album because there's a storyline that I added to this to the album. You understand what I mean? So Garveyism was the original name I was going to use, but since I'm releasing a demo tape, and you know there's a high chance I'll release another one, I call those Garveyism instead. But there is going to be a different name for this, like an actual for this actual album that I'm coming out with. I don't want to say the name of the album yet, or the concept of like the story and everything, the background and stuff like that, but I will say that this album is going to come out this year, and Garveyism is just me picking some of the best songs that I think the people should hear at this moment.
So you also played a major role in the production. So tell us more about your creative process.
I feel like it kind of depends. But yeah, once I get like the vibe of like the general production that I'm going for, I guess sometimes it comes to making beats in the studio, and sometimes it's just me making beats by myself and sending them off to T, see whatever he likes. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you hope listeners take away from Garveyism?
That we make some dope ass music out here. Yeah, I guess T's probably better to speak on that.
What I want people to take away from Garveyism is the fact that I got my foot on everybody's neck. I'm not playing with nobody. I'm making that real hip-hop music. I'm coming from a place where real hip-hop music isn't like a common thing. So I'm making sure that every single time I get on the mic, every single time I spit a rap, every single time I write something, it comes from the heart, you know what I mean? And something that touches people, man. Something that has like an impact. Like, you know what I mean? Like in a positive way. Or if it's not so positive, at least like it's just something that captures like a moment, you know? Yeah.
And what do you hope to achieve with this demo tape, and who do you want it to reach?
I want this to reach Americans.
Okay,
You know?
why Americans?
Because
Talk about that.
Americans love hip-hop. I'm a Canadian. I'm not saying that I don't want Canadians to listen to hip-hop. I want them to listen to it as well. And people across the world and stuff like that. But I feel like America appreciates hip-hop a lot. And I wanna get into the United States, get into Europe, Asia, and stuff like that. But I just love New York City, like the birthplace of hip hop, and I love like Los Angeles and stuff, you know. So I want like those places that like in a sense like I've studied. I want them to hear my music, you know.
Okay. And where can people keep up with each of you on social media and stream Garveyism? Whoever wants to go first.
Y'all can follow me at Frizzy Astro on all platforms. I got stuff on streaming platforms. I'm making beats. I engineer, all that.
And my Instagram is TMG _Yongegarvey. So that's TMG _YONGEGARVEY for all the listeners, all the viewers out there. You can find me on all streaming platforms as TMG. You'll see Just Listen. Just Listen was a series of projects, projects that I've released. I did an EP, and then I did part 2 and part 3. So you guys will find that on all streaming platforms. Just Listen. Garveyism, the demo tape, is also released. So you guys go check that out. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you stay tuned for more music, because as I said, I got my foot on you guys' necks. I'm not playing with no one.
Okay, you heard it here first. Make sure to follow each of them on social media. Check out the EP Garveyism, available on all streaming platforms. And if you're not already following us on social media, you can keep up with the show at Talking Hip Hop Show. That's talking without the G, Hip Hop Show. I'm your host, JustKeekz, and until next time, keep talking hip hop. Peace.
This shit feel like a job sometimes, you know? Feel like I'm clocking in on a shift. Monday. Yeah.